I have no problem with that. Okay, this game itself is about Kutna Hora. That was, founded after discovering silver in the mountains in Czech Kingdom. During that time, there was basically the whole city appeared after discovering it. It was simply like silver rush in medieval times. So many people come to the city because there was silver, and they would like to profit from it, and the city itself will build. It was something like second biggest city in less than 100 years when this happened. In the second biggest city in the Czech Kingdom, and influential to other countries also, because they created the currency Prague's groschen there in the Kutna Hora. That was more influential, and merchants would like to have it more than Italian florins and other currencies in the time. It makes basically the Czech Kingdom, the silver mines in the Kutna Hora make the Czech Kingdom one of the influential countries in the time. It's about that, and it's about every single player is playing by one of the houses, one of the families in the city that control some guilds in the city. You will only control 3 guilds in the whole game that are represented here, so you will only influence part of the market in the game. There are 6 different guilds. There are the miners, the black ones, like this, the metallurgists, the silver ones, the blue ones are scribers, basically bureaucracy. Then there are builders that take prices of the wood and prices of the building itself. Then the grocers, that's food for the people, and innkeepers, basically like beer to the people and happiness to people and so on. So there are 6 of those guilds in the game, and so every single guild produces different resources. Like the ore, the silver that is refined from the ore, the bureaucracy permits, wood, food, and beer. But as you can see, there are no resources in the game, no resource tokens here. Everything is calculated for money. So basically, every time you are paying for something or getting some income from resources, you are getting the money valued by how it's expensive in the moment. So, for example, if you are building this building, for 10 wood, it will cost you right now 20 groschen, 20 coins. Because the price of the wood is 2. Every time you are taking the income, for example, you are taking income of 4 beer, you will take 20 coins. So it's up to you when you exactly plan everything according to the market, according to the people, what the other players will do. This is one of the part. All the resources and the values are depicted on these computers, little bit colorful computers, and they are based on supply and demand. So every time some population will come to the city, of course the prices will go up because there are more demand of it. And every time somebody, for example, builders guild, the price of the wood will go down because there is more possibility how to get the resource. So so for example, population will come to the city, and as you can see, the price of the wood will go up. It's not every single card is different, and it's not every time that the price will change, because it depends on where those little bit like arrows representing the different guilds will be. So it's a little bit like trying to figure out if it goes up or not when the population will go up. Most probably it will, but it depends. Sometimes it takes time before there's enough population so the prices will be higher. Every time somebody, as I said, built different buildings from those guilds, the price will always go down. Because there is more possibility, for example, to buy food, so the price will go down. It is calculated properly. So those 3 guilds will be, a little bit like influenced by the population in the city, those three guilds, those three prices of these resources, are influenced by how much ore is produced in the city, how much mines are there. So it's every resource behaves a little bit differently, and every guild also. The thing about those guilds, for example, is that ore is really connected to silver, because you will refine silver from the ore. So every time the price of the ore will go down, the price of the silver will go up. You know, and every time the more ore is produced in the city, those cars will go around, so this price will go down. And the thing is, every time somebody builds the metallurgist refining the ore, the price of the silver, of course, goes down, more possibilities, but the price of the ore goes up because there are more demand of it. So the ore a little bit different, say, compared to the other guilds, how it behaves. So those are the guilds and the resources and supply and demand. The whole game. So he's on there.
Yeah, we might just have to start without him.
The whole game itself is played in 4 players. It's played five rounds. In 3 players, it will be 6 rounds. So we will see how much it will be. Every single player has 6 cards in hand. All players have the same cards. On those cards are different actions that you can play. You know, those cards have 2 actions on them, and every time you're playing the card, you are picking only one of those actions. You will play only 5 actions, you know, during the round. So it's up to you, for example, what you will not play, of course, but also what actions you will play. For example, if I play building mine, it means that in that round I will not plot. I will not use the plot action. So it's a little bit like planning in the round, you know, for that. Okay, so there are 6 different actions on those cards, you know, there is also Joker that is basically wild, but I will explain more about it later. I will explain a little bit right now about different actions, and if you are agree on it, we will a little bit like play the game, you know, and I will be explaining through it, a little bit like step by step, not exactly telling you all the rules in the beginning. You know, so I will play maybe for him right now, and then we'll explain a little bit things after him, other things that he needs to know. Okay.
Show us a demonstration. Sorry.
Ah, no worries.
I said show us a demonstration.
Yeah.
Yes.
I will be first round. I will be a little bit like playing with you the game, what you should do, or something like that to explain it a little bit later. And later you will be more and more taking care of it yourself, if you are okay with it.
Yep.
So one player is starting player. I don't know. I will, for example, start. Every single player has 14 coins in the beginning of the game, and the second player has 1 more, 2 more, and 3 more. So yeah, you should get your coins. 41, 43, and 42. So 5, 6. Oh, sorry. No problems. So 5s. I think it's 42, right?
Yep.
So when you are playing the game itself, as I said, there are 6 actions. When you're here is the board for buildings that we will build the city itself. You know, we will build the buildings next to each other, a little bit influencing it, and basically we would most probably like to have the buildings next to each other, next to each players to get something from it also. There is the board for mining. I will explain it later. To build a new building in the city, you need to first, you know, to get the rights, you know, so rights from the city council that I can build the building. Okay. Then I need the plot, so I need the land in the city, you know, to where I can build it, and then I can build it. it's free action process. But the thing is, I do not need to do it right away like this. I can, for example, first play more rides, prepare myself, then the plots, for example, or otherwise, so on. You know. So the first action, rides. When I'm playing it, as I said, I will not do the second action this round on this card. So I will play the rides, and I can pick any of those rides here from the offer. But I can only pick those rides that belongs to my guilds, you know, or public buildings. There are, as I said, 6 different guilds. Every single stack here is only buildings from that guild, and there are public buildings. If I build them, it will not belong to me, but I will get some reward from it, and I would like to maybe have my buildings around it. Basically like important things, important places in the city. So, right now I can take only the builders, of course the innkeepers and metallurgists. When I'm taking one of those rides, I will take the uppermost one and paying the price in which column the building is. You know, the ride is. For example, here will be only 1 coin, but here, as I said, it's all about, you know, changing the prices of the resource to money. So here it's 1 permit. Permits are right now 4 coins. So this would cost me 4 coins. This would cost me 8 coins. But it will difference in the game. It can be higher or lower.
Do these ones come out randomly, or are they always the same?
Those are always the same, right, Neil? But it's randomly, you know, shuffled. How much it is? Those will be randomized in where they are, not exactly what places. The one in the bottom is always the same, the stronger one, and the 3 first one will be shuffled. You know, in the beginning of the game, of course, we are, you know, doing like a little bit like first game, so you have already placed the guilds and everything. But in normal game, you kind of draft the game, the guilds, because of also where they are here. So, for example, here, I will take, I will buy this building, placing it here, paying 1 coin for it, because it was in the first column. And then I will place the whole stack in the end and slide it, making it more expensive right now, the building, because the council let me, you know, to have the rights to build the inn. So why to let everybody else? Because, you know, they don't want to too many buildings at the same time in the city. They would like to balance city. Okay, this is it. Sorry. Yeah, exactly. So I paid 1 coin for it to get. I can only have 3 rides at a time. If I have 3 rides here, I first need to build something, then I can take new one. Okay? So this is the first action. Taking the rides. The second action, one more thing that I didn't say about the guilds, or said it, but a little bit forget. You, as I said, you will always compete with one of those guilds with one other player. So I'm, for example, competing with you with the innkeepers, but competing with you with the metallurgists and with you with the builders, and so on. Everybody with one single player.
That's the one thing I noticed.
Sorry?
That's the one thing I already noticed.
Yeah, just saying. Next thing that I can do, for example, is plot. Plot action is taking the land here that I can build the building later. In the beginning of the game, there are no buildings in the city, so I can take the plot anywhere. You know. Later on, I will need to put the plots next to already existing buildings, growing the city. So here are the 3 plot tokens here. I will always take the leftmost, and I will place it anywhere right now, because, as I said, there is no city yet. There's no buildings, and I will pay 5 coins. It's on the cards. Otherwise, I will pay the adjacency to all the existing buildings. I will explain a little bit later, the adjacency. So, right now, I will, for example, place it here. We'll explain later why. You know, and pay 5 coins. What I didn't say exactly yet is that every single player will play 2 actions, like on one turn, then the next player, and so on. Then I will play again 2 actions, and then the third turn I will play only 1 action. 5 action total. And then the round ends whenever I'm playing 5 actions, and new round begins after paying taxes. Okay, so it's your turn right now. I would recommend also playing, for example, right sections, because you first need to, you really would like to place to build different buildings there, and you first need to build buildings that brings you some income, so you can have more money to other buildings, of course.
Don't. You screwed me.
Sorry?
You screwed me. You made everything the most expensive.
Oh, I didn't.
You did. Thank you.
Sorry, I didn't saw it.
You did it on purpose. Just admit it. You're good at this game.
I didn't saw that. Yeah, that's true. Sorry about that.
Yeah. So everything is at least 4 or 8 for me right now.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's not terrible right now, right?
So, I would
you
recommend,
have-
for example, I didn't saw it exactly, you know, it can happen, of course. But normally, as I said, normally it would be about the drafting of builds. Yeah, you will paying 4 coins. And taking this one, and it will slide.
That's fine.
Maybe I did it automatically, sorry.
All right, thank you.
No, that's a good strategy.
Yeah. Okay.
And
And the second action,
it's probably going to be plot, because
Yeah.
I don't have anything right now.
it's good action.
And the plot is me choosing.
From the left. I will explain a little bit later why. Yeah.
It costs more.
Yeah. Right now, I would like to explain a little bit about the symbols,
Yes,
about where to place the plots. There are, as you can see, there are symbols on the left side of the buildings and the left upper corner. They're representing how compatible the buildings are to each other. It's like builder symbols that use on the buildings itself and to recognize that the builder built it. Right now, there are, as you can see it here, for example, there are also 3 symbols on the map representing nearby villages to Kutna Hora. You will always would like to have buildings with the same symbol next to each other. You don't need to, of course, but it will bring you some victory points at the end of the game. You know how much historical accuracy can be. So yeah, for example, here you can place it here because you can see that I have already yellow symbol here, and you also. So close to me, it's nice. Or you can place it here because there is also yellow symbol.
Yeah, but you mentioned that it was nice to be next to something.
Exactly, because right now it's the same symbol. So basically, right now it doesn't matter here or here. For example, it depends where you would like the building to have it. So you're placing it here, for example, paying 5 coins for it.
And where is that number?
It's over here.
Yeah,
5
I mean,
coins.
still want to jump in, or
We've only
not
gone
really?
1, 2.
I'm gonna explain a few things. I can explain a bit.
Okay.
You play
Okay.
this right.
Perfect. Have a seat.
you feel like playing again, or?
You're doing a really good job.
I will be, as I said, I will be explaining a little bit the rules as we go to make it easier for everybody.
That means it's your turn.
All right.
Okay?
Play
You pay
myself
5
right.
coins because, okay, for example, you can play rights
Right.
to take some of the rights.
Take this 6.
In the beginning of the game, it's always better, to not pay too much for it because you don't have enough money, you don't have income yet. For you, it's 2 of those probably that you would like to take because it's only for 1 coin here.
So I'll take these guys, that guy,
Place it here, paying 1 coin,
1 coin.
and the whole stack will slide behind and slide it over.
And I'll play another rights while the getting is good. 1 coin.
Yeah, you can do it like that.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Do that.
Right
It was
now.
not good for me.
Yeah, exactly. And you
No
will start
good,
it.
no good.
Right now, I would like to explain.
Stare at it.
Yeah. Right now, I would like to explain another action that you can do if you are okay with it. Playing mine. Mine action here is about the mining. Of course, it's City of Silver, so mining ore and refined silver later. So when you are playing action, if you can play it, it's also a good idea to play it in the beginning of the game. So also makes sense. When you are playing mining action, first you need to look if you have at least one miner here. You know, if you don't have any miner there, you know, you first need to pay permit to the city to have miners there. You know, to permit that you can mine. So you will take two miner. If you don't have it, you will pay 1 permit, 4 coins right now, and take 2 miners there, and then you will use the mining action. You know, but in the beginning of the game, you have 1 miner there, so you don't pay anything. When you are mining, you will take as many tiles from up here as is technology of mining right now. In the beginning of the game, it's 1, but it will go, you know, higher, and it will be easier for you to mine. So next time, if it was, for example, 2, you will take 2 tiles, pick one of them, and the other one will be discarded. Like that, you can find better, you know, places with silver and everything. So right now, you will take 1 tile, you know, because technology is 1, and you can place it in the beginning of the game. Again, you can place it only on 2 entrances to the mines, 2 shafts here. It will cost you 2 wood right now. Later on, it will cost you to do how difficult it will be next to the other already existing mines. So not 2 coins, but 2 wood. Wood is already 2, so it's 4.
Yeah.
It's a math game.
Kind of.
And so can I still like get rights and plot in this turn or no?
Sorry?
Can I can still do rights and plots?
Yeah, you can still do a second action. Okay, when you're mining, here you will avoid the tile. You will produce 2 ores. Here are 4 tracks representing the production of different resources in the city.
Right.
Right now, you are here. You will produce ore. It's over here, so you will move it to number 2.
One thing that we were questioning yesterday, we did it this way. This does count in the income, right?
Yeah, sorry?
This counts in the income?
Yeah.
Which games did you get free?
So then after that I can
Which
do
games did you
Sorry,
get for free?
Still need to explain
Also,
the
I was
video.
in Bonanza,
Okay.
but somebody else gave me the Sherlock one. So.
Now you have so many people.
Okay.
Stages we have.
I traded my freaks for the deal with the devil.
Okay, so when you're fine, Ken. When you're doing, as I said, evaluating the tiles, the first icon is that you produce 2 ores. The
Now
second
everybody's
icon
interested.
is the card representation of those cards, and those cards represent, you know, how much ore in the city is completely, you know, produced. So basically, if you calculate every single production of all players, it will be number of those cards. So 2 cards will slide down, changing the price of the ore and silver, as you can see.
Sorry.
Every time there is a little bit stars, it for easy recognition, you can see that it's changed. You know. Also, the tile is their orange cards representing the population of the city. So one more population will be here, as you can see, changing the price of the beer and wood. So every building will be more expensive right now because of you.
It messes me up too.
Right now, and the last thing on the tile, you will place the miner there, representing it's your mine. You know? Normally in the medieval times, right, that it was like somebody owned the mine, but was renting the place in the mine to different miners. So lots of people will be in the same mine there. Next time somebody would do mine, it can do mine next to already existing mine or the entrance. Okay, and now it's the second action for you.
Okay, and I got 2 actions in turn, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now you buy this one here.
Yeah, you can buy it for 1 coin.
Yep. Now wood's more expensive.
Yeah, and the whole it will slide. Oh, you can slide it. So this is it, and then the first player again plays.
Building. So it's going to be 15.
Yeah, you can. Next thing you need to do is building. I will maybe a little bit explain it a little bit right now to everybody. When you are building the building, you will return your plot marker, and then you will evaluate the building. First, you will pay the money. No, don't there. Money according to the price of the building. So 5 wood. No, 5 wood. Tax 15 points. 15. Exactly. Then
That's how much he gets.
No, it's the price.
That's the cost.
Yeah, it's the price.
Like these buildings are really expensive.
Yeah. Then other thing is that this represents only the guild, the shield that it belongs to. Then this represents the production of beer. So you have 2 production of beer, and then this represents that there is already built another building of that guild in the city. So the slider moved to the side. And the beer is cheaper. You can see always there are a little bit like shields under it that represent how many buildings of the type is already in the city. So, next, 1 population will come to the city. Yeah, because it's pub, so more people would like to be in the city. And then the last thing, as I explained, every single guild is a little bit different. Miners guild will change the technology of the mines. Silver, like the metallurgists will change the price of the silver and ore together. Builders will change the price of the wood, so basically building. Scribers will change the price of permit, so basically how easy it is to take new buildings here, or how, for example, expensive it is to new miners. And the innkeepers and grocers will change a little bit something like wealth in the city, how happy the people are and everything. So, if the people are happy, the council of the city will build part of the cathedral, because there is enough wealth for it. And every time this symbol is on the building, so every time that somebody builds the innkeepers or grocers, next part of the cathedral here will be built. The cathedral is always built from the left to right, and first bottom, middle, and then the roof. When the city builds the cathedral, you will ignore the upper part, and only the taxes will rise. Because of course, city will build the cathedral, part of the cathedral, but let the people pay it by taxes. It's normal. So right now it's 0. Next time it will happen, it will be taxes will rise by 1.
If the city builds it.
If the city builds it. If players build it, I will explain a little bit later what will happen. Then only upper part will appear and the taxes will not be raised. So this is it. Then the building after
I don't get the benefit.
Yeah, you will not get it. Yeah. Placing the house, and now you place the house always on the guild. Right from the guild symbol. So. Right now, this house, if you build, for example, the metallurgist, and you will get the reward over there depicted. So here it would be 1 pelican. Pelican is here. This symbol represents the guild that was created in the city only in the purpose of building the cathedral. It was basically different guilds in the city together creating another guild for building it. So this is the shield of the pelican. Yeah.
What's the year of the setting?
Sorry?
What year is this setting?
The setting, the Kutna Hora was found in the 13th century. Okay. So it's from 13th century to 16th century, something like that between it, but most of the silver was mined. Yeah. You take the pelican right now. And now...
These are benefits we need to play that.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Now, exactly. Now, the pelican itself is used for another actions. It's used for Sun Barbara action, the purple one. Maybe we can play it right now. I know that you would like to play differently, but
actually, I might want to do this.
Yeah, let's play it in case of explain the game.
That gets me what is that, a water rights.
Rights.
Without paying.
Yeah. So, when you are playing the Barbara action, you will when you need to have at least one pelican, you know, to play barrel action. After playing it, you will flip it on the other side, the silver side that is used. That you basically make the, you know, part of the cathedral, so it's your, how to say it, yeah, doesn't matter.
Contributing.
Contributing to the cathedral. It represents contributing. Yeah, for you. Right now,
No, the income is here.
Yeah,
that
I will
increased
explain it
my,
right now.
reputation.
So, every time you build a cathedral, you will build the next part of the cathedral. You know, you will ignore the down part, the taxes, but you will avoid the benefits here. So here you will get one reputation. You already put it there. That's down there, the line down there. I will explain it a little bit later what does it mean. And then you elevate the ability here. Here it represents the action rights, but you will not pay for it. So you will take any single right from here, from your guild or public building for free.
I can take a public building?
You can. So it makes sense, for example, for you something that it's expensive that you would like to build next time and so on.
Yeah.
And then after evaluating it, the tile will be flipped, and next time somebody build it, city or player, then you will build next stuff.
So they played St. Barbara, and that's what caused that to happen?
Sorry? Yeah.
St. Barbara.
So you will take it here, and that's your action. And next player is playing two actions. Right now, yeah, it will be good, for example.
Minnesota will be back 2 minutes.
Yeah. It will be good, for example, to build your buildings.
Yeah, no, it's too expensive.
Was the Swan or whatever requirement to build?
It's expensive, of course, but
How did that,
Times 3
is that because he built it, or did
One.
it show up and then he could build it?
Yeah.
So he
You have
played
a building.
the Santa Barbara,
One building.
and
yeah, I know.
then built a part of the
Yeah,
cathedral,
you should still do it.
and then he got the building because it had a rights on
It can
that.
be less expensive
part of the
in
cathedral.
future.
Well, I was hoping it would be less expensive.
But it can be even more expensive in the future. Wood can be 4.
What does the Joker do?
I wanted to explain it a little bit later, but it's anything basically. But you will lose reputation. Okay, for the sake, you know, of the explanation of the game, maybe build a building, and I will explain it, you know, a little bit later. Things. The wood will most probably will not get cheaper that much soon. Or if it does, you will. Yeah, I would recommend to build it. You still need the income.
Right.
Okay, maybe, yeah. So, building it. Right now you will place it there, take the, you know, plot token back, and evaluate the tile. You will pay 21 coins.
Ooh, steep.
Yeah, he forced me to do that, which I
Yeah.
don't believe this is not good.
It's on me if you win, also.
No. I'm not winning this game.
Well, one nice
So-
thing is
So you will take free production of permits. It's down there. The track down, yeah. Then the permits will be cheaper because somebody built the. It's free. It's the lot. Then another population will be in the city. So changing the price of the beer.
Is there anything like that?
that's the
I will explain it a
that's the
little bit
next
soon.
building.
Yeah, I will explain a little bit soon. Then the tile.
Does that mean that it costs me 4
No.
more?
I will, as I said, I will explain it in the next section because he will need to play plot.
Worry not.
Then you will place the house there.
Doesn't matter which one.
No, the first one.
It's the blue one.
Yeah, the blue one, the first one, and you will get the reward from it. So 1 reputation. You have the play. It doesn't supposed to be there where it was. It's supposed to be on the 0 in the beginning of the game.
What are you talking
this.
about?
No,
Oh, right here.
the reputation token.
Oh,
Yeah, and
it
the
started
one.
at 1 when I got
Yeah,
there.
and now you will get 1. I will a little bit explain the reputation. Here is the reputation track. It represents how much, you know, influential person in the city you are. If people hate you, of course, you will get some minus victory points at the end of the game. If you are good, you will get some victory points, plus victory points at the end of the game. But it's not all. When you have 3 or more reputation in the game, you know, you will get to play plot action only for 1 coin. So it'll be, you know, pretty cheap if you have really enough reputation. If you have even 6 or more reputation, you know, you still have the plot for 1 coin, but also Joker action will not cost you reputation. So it's nice to have it reputation, you know, but sometimes it's better to play it, you know, in the middle with no positive, no negative reputation around it, like moving, because it's also some benefits in it. So this was your action, and now the third action, of course, it will be good to, for example, mine.
It's probably the only thing I could do.
Mine makes sense for you.
Because rights is too expensive.
So, mining action, you will take 1 tile, you have miner, so you will take 1 tile, and you will place it here or next to already existing mine. Already existing mines, if you place it here or here, it will cost you 4 wood. If you place it here, it will cost you only 2 wood. Those representation how much cost it's to, you know, construct new mine, construct new city.
This is the number.
Yeah.
Multiplied by 3?
Yeah. So 6 coins.
Actually 6.
Yeah, but if you place it here, as I said, it will cost you 4 on wood, so 8 coins.
And then I get
So you place it there, you will get 1 production of the, or you will get 1 card here, will move. So maybe in the future making the price of the course of the permits higher, and 1 more population will come. And you will place the miner there, that is your mine. It's important in the future that it's your mine. So, right now, it's your turn.
How I go?
You play your 2 actions, and it's next player turn. Okay, playing the plot, when there are already existing buildings in the city, you need to place the plot next to already existing building.
Okay.
So you have 5 possible places where you can place put the plot, as you can see it.
diagonal does not count.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter where it's at, though, right?
It is, because it matters about the symbols.
That's income, or
Yeah.
that's income?
No. 2 things matters why I put it there. The first is that you will pay that amount of coin as the adjacency to already existing building. So here it will cost you 8 coins. Here it will cost you 4 coins.
Okay.
You know, basically meaning how important the building in the city is, because everybody would like to have, for example, house next to Bishop House. Yeah. It would make Xiaomi important.
Do they pay me coins?
No.
Do I ever get money from anybody?
Not from other players, only from income of yourself.
And what about the symbols right there?
The symbols represents adjacency, you know, a little bit like how it does make sense to have those buildings next to each other. You would like to have it, for example, you don't want to have to air shop, for example, next to some church or something like that. You would have, for example, furnace next to some, some mining action or something like that, because it will be close to refine the ore. So, at the end of the game, you will have victory points according, how close are they to each other. If you, for example, build those 2 buildings next to each other, you will get 1 victory point for it, because it's close to another red building, and from this also. So, if you, for example, place it, if I may, if you place it here, and then build it this one, it will be the another of the symbols, so you will have victory points in the end of the game from that. Or if you place it here.
Okay.
I think it would make sense for you here, because it will cost you 4, and you can place any of those 2 buildings there.
You know what? Yeah.
So, playing the plot.
Yeah, and you're going to get some new cards at the end of the round, right?
You will get those cards back. The whole game you will have only those 6 cards, but you will
Okay, you
every
bring
single
them
round
back.
you will have it in back.
Okay.
So right now
I know there's a longer
you're taking
name there.
this, placing it somewhere there, yeah, and paying 4 coins because this building make you pay 4 coins for the plot.
Right. 4 coins.
4 coins.
Okay. Cool.
From your
Then it's your action, and you can play another action. You can, for example, build building there, or you can, for example, do something else.
Do the building.
Okay, you're playing the building, so you need to pick one of those buildings that you would like to build.
And the wood price only goes down as people build, right?
The wood price will only when somebody builds the builders guilds.
Just like any board
So
games.
it can happen that in the future it will be less expensive, but it depends, of course, on other players.
Okay.
Are still here.
I'll plot instead.
They're suffering right now.
Okay, I will explain a little bit about the plots right now. If at the end of the round you have more than 1 plot in at the board, you will need to pay more coins, as the taxes. So in the end of the round, you will pay taxes according as the taxes are, but you will, combine it with the taxes from the plots.
Okay. Round ends when you get rid of all your cards, right?
Yeah, when you play 5 actions, you will pay only 5 actions each round.
I'll go ahead and plot.
So it's cost you 8 coins.
Ah.
Next to that one.
If you play, you cannot place there. You need to place it to already existing building.
Okay, so the adjacency for the symbols, what does that get you again?
Victory points at the end of the game. So basically, it's sometimes you would like to place it next to the cheap place, so it's cheap to place the plot. Sometimes it's better to place it on a more expensive plot, but get some victory points in the end of the game.
If it's double adjacent, does that matter?
Yeah,
You could
you
build
basically
it and then wait for the next one and put it there.
you will get victory points accordingly. You will look at your symbols and calculate it, how many of those symbols are next to you, and that's victory points. So yeah, it makes sense to have it more.
right now, it might make more sense to go here because you're not matching any symbols.
Yeah, but he will match it here to his buildings. Both of them are red. So if he plays red here and then the second red here, it will match to both of his building. So it makes sense in this way.
Know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah.
So I can plot
Okay.
this. So then I put it like what here?
Now you need to place it next to already existing building.
Back in.
For example, here or there. Yeah.
Now how does this relate?
Those represent the villages next to Kutna Hora. If you have plot here, if you have building here, you will get also victory points from that. But you can place it there because you don't have
These other buildings.
Yeah, you can place it, for example,
Once
here,
there's a building down, you have to do adjacency to a building already built.
or you can, for example, wait when somebody builds something with those symbols. But it also means that it can be more expensive. This is pretty expensive for you, so it doesn't make much sense to place it there.
Okay. But is anywhere else like down here?
It's maybe more sense because it's only 4 coins right now.
Okay.
But it's not the same symbol, of course.
That's not adjacent to a building.
No, that was just me holding my hand up.
This would be 4, that would be 8.
Yeah,
If there's,
Anyway, what
there's
defines-
ever 2 buildings,
based upon that. Okay, got it.
yeah.
I'm good.
And you
if
will
there's
pay
ever
4
2
coins.
buildings, you have to pay the
4
higher
points
price.
for that.
Yeah. Okay.
Right now, you can, for example, build a building, or wait, for example, or do mines, or do other plot, take another rights in the open. Okay, it can be done.
It's a terrible idea, but sure.
Sorry? Yeah, I can say it can be better for you, for example, to mine first and then build it.
Why is that? Just to have more mining done?
You still would like to have some income from mines, from different buildings and so on. This will make the wood cheaper for everybody. So if they build it, they can make it cheaper also. You can, for example, even wait to build it next to already existing building with the sign. It depends, of course. But it will give you some, some production of this resource.
Okay, that's
so
what
some income also.
Was this the production that would be given?
Yeah.
Okay. So it basically gets cheaper for everybody, but I get some it for free.
You have some production of wood, so
Yeah.
when you are doing income, you will get some money from
Is
it.
income a card that only on the card that's dropped, or also at the end of the round?
Yeah, I didn't say that exactly, you know, but here in the in this game, you will not get income, you know, every single round. At the end of the round, like other economic game, but you need to play the action income. Okay. So sometimes it's you know, better, for example, for you not to play the action income the whole round. Sometimes it's better to play it more than once. You know, it depends on you, on the prices and everything.
Okay.
I would recommend, you know, to wait longer with the income action from the first round. I know, because the prices can get higher, and you can get more from it.
I'll just build this and have it built.
You will build it.
Yeah, for funsies. Yeah.
Okay, so you will pay 9 coins.
And take one of these, or how does that?
No,
how does
you
that-
will first place it there.
Oh right.
Take the plot back.
Yeah. Okay.
Then back here. Then you will get the evaluate the building. You will get production of 4.
Right.
The price will go down because somebody built it. So it's only 2, still high. You will turn around the building, the tile, yeah, and then you will place the house from the row that you have the guild.
Okay.
So here, here because it's your building,
Okay.
and you will get the reward. Right now it's 1 reputation.
Okay.
Here,
Okay.
and that was the action.
Doing mine. Here, pay 8 to build there.
Yeah.
And
8 to build there. You will get 1 production of 1 ore. It's down there, yeah.
this one.
1 card will be turn because 1 more ore. Nothing changed, and you will play the miner. By the way, those of you both have miner's guild. It has the same resource as the mines. It will produce the same resource. You have it on 2 different tracks because some people prefer it in the way. Some people prefer it, you know, only on 1 track, so you can remove 1 of those just to make it easy. We talk about it. It's about preparation. Some people really track it the same resource on 2 different tracks.
Right.
What, this is this? Is that what you're saying?
This and
When
this.
you get income, this and this are going to be on the same track, but you get it twice.
Can you only
You
have
can
a max of
have
10?
on 1
Or
track
is it-
or 2 tracks. It depends.
Oh, so this one because I actually have it.
Yeah. So you will.
This, so I might as well just do this one.
Yeah, exactly.
No, this came from that.
So for
Yeah,
them,
but
it's the same.
sometimes some people would like to, you know, to have it from the guild to count it here and from mines here, or some people would like to count it on only 1 track. So it's up to you.
Don't you count both tracks?
No, sorry. You count both tracks, of course, but you will use, you know, it doesn't matter. You can have 1 track, of course, because you can track mines and the buildings on the same track.
Could you go over 10 though?
Or-
Production?
You can go. That's why there are those. You will just put another one.
After you get 10. Okay.
Yeah.
It's on the
One-
one action.
One action for your last.
I'm gonna buy this for $1.
Yeah. Not dollar, but so,
You took my
Slide it.
building.
and it's your turn.
Alright, we're start building.
You can build.
And that's
Okay.
gonna be 2 times.
It depends what you would like to build.
Blah, 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 blah.
You're welcome.
Why, thank you. This gives me more resources or something.
Yeah, but it's worth right now less than this. It depends, of course, what you would like to have from it.
It was after 1 a.m. when we left here, and then we went
So this one's gonna be
12, if you build it. And it will be for resources, and it depends, of course, if it will be free or 2 after signing it.
okay.
Luckily, a friend of mine.
So and again, it's 4 times what?
4.
4 times 4 is 16. Okay.
It will not be 16 because the price will go down because you build it guild.
Okay.
So you place it back.
Coins.
You get 4 production here. Yeah, sorry. You pay, of course, 12 coins first.
Okay, and it's not 16 because it slides as soon as...
it will not be 16, it will be less.
Okay, 12.
You pay 12. Then you get the production, of course. The slider will slide, making its price only 2. 2 population will come, so it can change still. Yeah, it changed to 3. And another part of the cathedral will be built because it's, you know, the city is wealthy, the people are wealthy. Arranging it to 1 tax because it's 1 tax there. Turning it, and then you will turn the tile.
Wait, so why did this get built as a result of that?
There's a symbol there.
No, not here, but here. The next part of the cathedral will be built, and the price, you know, the taxes will rise according to it, and this will not be happening.
What happens when the cathedral's done building?
When the cathedral is built, it's nothing happening.
What's this guy do?
So this, when you build it, you will get 1 free right of public building. So basically, you, as you can see, a little bit like here, the same symbol, and this symbol represents the public building. As you can see, 3 symbols there.
Oh yeah, so I get that now.
So you will take 1 of those for free, taking there, and then it will again slide. The public buildings are a little bit different than normal, you know, guild buildings. It will give you no income, and it's better, for, of course, first build the guild buildings, then the public buildings a little bit later. But it will give you some victory points, maybe some pelicans, some reputation. It always brings some population and raises some taxes. It's they have lots of the symbols for you know, for the agency of the building. But as I said, you will not own them. You will just build them. So it's only, you know, that you would like to be close to them, you know, or other player also. And also, it will bring 1 of the patricians to the city. There are 4 different patricians to the city, you know, those 4. That when you build a building, the public building, it will appear in the city. And later on, somebody during the income can send them to the city council. You know, when they are sending them to the city council, on the 3rd, 4th, and 5th row, at the end of the row, round, they will be scored. Everybody will score them. As I said, there are 4 of them, different ones. The one that score adjacent to public building, the one that basically score how much you contribute to building the cathedral, the one that scores how much you mine, and the one that score basically how much you contribute to the city, you know, to different buildings in the city. Yeah, you can take this.
If you're in the mining one, what it is, you need to have a miner on each row.
Yeah.
But it pays better if you have 2 miners on each row.
I will explain a little bit later on that. What exactly they do. It doesn't matter in that point of this game because you still don't know exactly everything about it. So you play this and your last section.
Okay. So then I mine, but then I have to bring somebody over here, right?
Yeah, you will need to pay 3 coins because the permits are free.
Okay. So I pay 3, move him over, and then I can put him over there.
Okay. So every time you're not when you are playing mine and you don't have anybody here, you will pay the permits and move 2 of them there.
Okay. So
for
I pay
3 coins.
3 coins, move 2, and then can I move them both over there?
No, you will do only 1 mine.
Okay. Right, because I split them.
Yeah. No, not over there.
Oh, sorry.
You will take another mine.
Okay.
And build it for the price of the adjacency of the mines.
Okay. And so like this one's 1?
Yeah.
Cost 2.
So you can place it here or here.
And what would be the difference strategically? Anything?
Yeah. Every in the end of the game, you will score every single road separately, and it depends, of course, how much stars there will be in the single row, and who have the most stars in the row.
Okay.
So it makes sense there. And also this patrician, as was said, score if he is, of course, there, if he is there, he will score if you have a minor in each row.
Okay, so like that. So in the rows are going like this. So putting one there makes sense.
Yeah, in a row like this. And doesn't mean, you know, normally it can be, for example, here and there is the same, but you can only build it next to each other.
So then this guy goes here?
Yeah.
And I've had to pay what? 2?
You will pay 2 coins because it's Buddhist too.
You're paying that price right there.
Yeah.
It's always where you're building next to that you're paying the price.
You can imagine it like continuing the mine after each other. You know that you need to build the construction of the wood, so it will not fall down, and you will pay how hard it is to do it next to it.
Now, can I play income now?
So, no. First, you will get the production of one ore.
Just one. Okay.
Yeah?
Technically, you only do 5 actions per turn.
Yeah.
The sixth one is just the card draw.
Exactly. One card is
so you do
sliding.
2 actions at a time, the last one just play 1.
Yeah. And one more population is there.
When you play the mine action.
Okay? This is it. Everybody played. Yeah.
When you play the mine action, you pay that amount.
Everybody plays the 5th. Okay.
Right with you.
Everybody play 5 actions. So it's the end of the round. At the end of the round, everybody need to pay taxes. But compared to normal life, you know that death and taxes is inevitable. You can decide not to pay taxes, or if you don't have it, you will not pay it. But you will lose reputation if you don't pay it.
Okay. And what's tax? 1?
Taxes right now is 1, so you will pay 1 or lose 1 reputation. But it doesn't matter how much taxes are big are, you will always lose only 1 reputation. So even if it's 5 coins taxes, there will be 1 reputation. Later on the game, it will rise the reputation, of course, with the taxes rising. So this is it. Then the first player changes. You will take your cards back to your hand.
You know, I never got a reputation for building my building, right?
Sorry?
I never got a reputation for building my building, right?
Yeah, because you didn't build this guild.
Ah, gotcha.
You have 3 options how to get reputation in the game. By building the guild that you have on the last row, by building some public buildings, and by building some part of cathedral. Of course, there are also part cathedral that you will lose reputation. Basically, doing some shady business during the building of cathedral.
And cathedral is elegant.
Yep.
So you will take those actions back,
Use that
and it's your first round. You don't have Pelican, so you can right now play the cathedral actions. The cathedral action is interesting because it depends on the game itself, how it's played. That sometimes some actions are more strong than others, and it's a little bit like race, we will take them. But you can a little bit influence when it will be or if it will be there.
And which card will score going to the end.
Okay, so it's your turn. I would recommend to get more income. Like, okay, you cannot get it. So right now it's a good time to play income action.
In income, you get your.
To play income action, when you are playing income action, yeah, you can take it. Yeah, you can take it. That's a good idea also.
Before someone else gets it.
Yeah? Only 1 player can take it.
I know.
So it will slide. Then the income is, interesting option. For example, the income is the right section because you have already 2 rights. The income will be calculated how much you produce the resource, multiplied by the value of the resource. So you produce 3, right? So it's 9 coins from this, and you produce 1 ore, so it's 2. So it's 11 coins total. For example, if it's too much, it's good also to calculate it separately. So you will take 9 coins first, then the 2 coins, and so on like that.
So
it's
this
easier.
10 here is not anything?
That's 10. I didn't explain yet, because it doesn't matter right now, but it will matter a little bit later. When you are playing the income action, and there is some patricians in the city, you can pay 10 coins after the income action and send them to the council to let them score. But as I said, it's later.
And income I don't like.
So reading.
You will not lose anything. You will not put there anything. You just think. So it's interesting thing is about it. About the income is that you can basically play more than one income in that round. You know, and getting more of it, of course.
Do you get victory points for money at the end?
No, there are no victory points at the end of the game by coins. It's tiebreaker. That's one thing. But you will get some victory points for your income. Basically, at the end of the game, you will calculate how much money you would get if you play income, divided by 10, and that's some point. But of course, round it down. So if you, for example, your income at the end of the game will be 59, you will get 5 points.
You would read your flavor text, and then
It would be broken if you could actually get it.
Yeah.
Because by the end of the game, you're going to be getting like 75 from income.
Get these rights.
yes. The question is whether your opponent's first line.
Build.
You'll get there.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, taking back, paying paying 8 coins.
4 times 2.
Sorry.
4 times.
4. To multiply by 4, so 8 coins. You first pay 1 coin, right, for the rights.
Plus the other 8.
Yeah, normally you'll have
No,
6 cards. I didn't
he will not pay it. He only
That's
pay
for the
it-
plot.
No, he only pay it if you place the plot there.
Since he already had done it.
He already got the plot there, so he will not pay it. But if he, for example, if you would like to place plot here, it will cost you 8, the higher number. Not, you know.
You can't choose the lower one.
Yeah, only the high number. So you pay 8 coins, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you cannot take that. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. You cannot take that because you don't have that guild.
I don't have the wood guild. Okay.
Yeah.
Always something.
Didn't work out at all.
So taking the 9 coins back.
Yep, and that one. All right, so can't take that one.
Yeah.
Which one?
Oh, I forgot about that one because I didn't have that guild. I forgot about
I
that.
was explaining.
Okay, so this silver, this would be right here. 7 times 5.
Yeah, but it will be lower because it will move.
Later, though.
No, when you build it.
Oh, but that's 35 right now, though.
No, to build this, you will pay 14 coins.
Okay. All right, so yeah, let's do that. 14.
All the buildings cost wood.
Okay, 7 times 2. Okay, 14.
Why is this number not red?
It will be on the other side. It's just, you know, so it will not you a little bit like distract you when you are thinking about building it.
Right.
So you will build it. You will get 3 here, 3 resources. This will slide, so making it cheaper, of course. This resource, you know, less valuable and more valuable ore, as I said. And you will place this house there.
Got a pelican.
And taking 1 pelican because you have this.
Okay.
And that's 1 action.
All right, and then to build some cathedral, all I need is.
Yeah, you can build the cathedral if you would like to.
Okay.
Or you can wait, for example, and build it sometime later.
And let's build it now.
Okay.
And, okay, so spin a pelican, flip it over,
Yeah, exactly.
and then
And then it's this style. You will get 1 reputation.
1 reputation.
And then you will place free plot anywhere on the map.
Free plot.
Anywhere. So it doesn't need to be next to the already existing building.
Nice.
And only I can build there is the thing.
Yeah. It's this action that you take any plot.
But you get points at the end of the game by having adjacency of buildings with your symbols.
Yeah. So you would like to have it, of course, next to it. But for example, you can decide, okay, there's no buildings. I can, for example, take it here. You know, you can, for example, take it here and first place it there or here. It matters what you would like to have it from.
All right, there's cool.
Okay. And Gadira built, and your turn.
When this happens, what's that double gold in
Okay,
hand? Or how
I will be explaining the cathedral a little bit like at a time. This part of the cathedral, you will lose 2 reputation because you're basically selling the resources for the cathedral, and you will get 2 incomes. Like if you're playing 2 actions of income. But 2 reputation can be a lot. It depends how you play it. So you don't have Pelican, so you can play the Cathedral.
Fucking Robert.
Fucking Robert.
So
I mean, that game's going well.
I mean, I don't think it's quite yet. I go 4 reps and 7.
For example, or you can take plot first and rights, and first build something, and then take income.
Yeah, from both.
Basically,
Yeah,
as I said, I would recommend to take income as late as possible, the first one, because it's basically, you know, lots of, it can get higher income itself.
How much? Okay, so if I was going to, I have to get rights first, right?
Yeah.
I can do rights and I can plot. That's going to cost me.
Rights will cost you depending what you will take from the offer.
What's that? The rights cost me. Oh, right, because I'm grabbing a thing. Right.
If you're taking this one, it will cost you 1 coin. But it's already, you already have it, it's low, and maybe somebody else will do it, even make it lower. This will cost you 3, because the permits are free.
Oh man.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no
I didn't realize it was that late.
Yeah,
What
exactly.
time is it? Is it almost 6?
Almost
5.
They're
I
closing
think
at
they close at
5.
5.
I forget about it, they close at 5.
Well, you guys need a break too, so.
Are we stopping this game when you guys close? So it's gonna happen.
It's probably best.
Take us out.
I can explain a little bit more, and you can, for example, it's on whole shelf or in the library, you can play it.
And so that affects.
It's about to know about it. I forget that it's, you know, closing right now.
He was in the game.
We could take a picture of everything on the board.
Yeah, and continue playing it. That's true.
So should I continue moving, or do you have to explain some?
Sorry,
Should I continue trying to play this? Or?
I can explain the rest. You know, the rest of the things if you would like to hear it, and then you can play it. One thing, if you're starting again the game itself as it is right now, you know, playing it again, or I don't know if you are starting the new game when you are playing it. If you're starting the new game, I would recommend to take those cards with number 1 for the first game, and just distribute those guilds as they are, you know. But that's it. What I didn't explain about the game was another few actions, you know. First, as I said, Joker is any action. Basically, when you are locking yourself because of playing the action, or you would like to play it 3 times the action, but it will cost you 1 reputation. If you have enough reputation, of course, it will not cost you reputation playing the Joker. That's one thing. Other thing that I didn't explain is that after a second round, you know, if you are playing in 4 players, those 4 free buildings will be distributed here. Okay, new public building in the city, but making also more expensive to buy the same guild. Yeah, because it's also here. Also, as I said, the losing reputation for the taxes will rise a little bit. You know, and every time you're playing, as I said, the taxes, you need to lose the reputation or pay the whole taxes. Whole taxes means also, if you have more than 1 plot in the map, you will calculate the taxes, the taxes on the track plus this, and pay the 4 coins or lose the reputation. From here, it will be, for example, 8, 9, or reputation. That's one thing. Next thing is, after the 3rd, 4th, and 5th round, the patrician will be scored. You know, everybody will score the patricians if they are there. So basically, if there are some patricians over here, you know, and when you are playing the income, you can send them to the council. There are, as I said, 4 patricians with 4 different colors. You need to send them directly there, and it will be scored according to it. As I said, at end of the 3rd, 4th, and 5th round. The first one will score 1 victory point for every of your buildings that is next to public building. So, for example, if it was something like this, I will just explain it. You will score for the green patrician. You will score 4 victory points, like this, because 2 of this and 2 of this. You know, the gray patrician will score you 3 victory points if you, for every 2 pelicans that you used to build the cathedral, you know, on the silver side. Yellow patrician will score you 2 victory points if you have 1 miner on each row of the mine. Doesn't need to be, you know, in like 1 row, but it needs one column, but it needs to be 1 row. If you have 2 miners on each row, you will score 4, of course. And the red patrician will score you for every column that you emptied on your player board. So basically, building different buildings, you know, different guilds.
They score every time a patrician comes out, or once all 3 get filled up?
Every time.
All right.
Every time, I think I can.
What are you headed to?
I will explain it a little bit if you have time, a little bit, and then when they are closing, I think it's fine. So every time
we hit the end of the round,
yeah,
we would score that.
Head over there later.
And it's whoever.
I'll head over there a little later.
Exactly.
Right.
The important thing about the scoring.
A little later, like probably 10 or so.
Just leave. The important thing about scoring patricians is, of course, they will score if you send them before the end of the 3rd round. It will score 3 times the same patrician. They will not disappear.
Right.
You know. And other thing is, if there are more of them.
Do it twice?
Yeah, exactly.
And then 3
so if you have 3, so it's 3 times the score. So it's, you know, you need to think about it, how to get the points from that. And if, for example, somebody is sending the patrician, if it's worth for you to also score the patricians or do what you plan. Because sometimes some people will send them there and it will hinder your plans to score them also. You know, so it's a little bit like about it also. Those are the patricians. Those sections, by the way, are written in the rules, of course, but also written here what they are doing it. Every single one. I can explain it really fast here if you would like to, or it's fine. I didn't explain this icon. This icon on the Red Patrician public building, or also this kind of San Barbara, represent that you will remove one of your houses from the left of one of your guilds and discard it. You will not get reward from it, but it will be easier to get the bigger reward later. So it makes sense. Also, this patrician, as I said, score if you empty the column. So also it's easier to score in when you build it. Maybe the endgame scoring, probably. If you are interested, okay. The endgame scoring. The endgame scoring, you know, at the end of the game, you will get victory points accordingly as the adjacency of the same type of symbol next to your building. For example, this will score 1 victory point, this building. This building will score 2 victory points. Because there is red and there is red. This building will score also 2 victory points. 1 yellow, 1 yellow. Okay? And this only 1, because it's only 1 yellow. If it was something like this, then this will score 4 victory points. And yeah, 5? No. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, I counted the fifth.
You will not count this one.
You
Only,
just count the one that it adds.
if it was something like this, you will score 2 victory points for this. 1, 2.
Okay.
You know, that's the scoring here. The next thing is the mines. You will score every single row of the mines separately. First, you will calculate how many stars completed is in the row, and pick one of those 3 scoring. You know, there are 2 stars, so it will be the first one. Then you will calculate who has the most stars there, not minors, but stars. If the most stars will get the first place, then the second, and so on. If you have no stars on the row, you will get nothing. And if 2 players have the same number of stars, they both get the first place. and then the second will be skipped and so on. This important is those starts that every single row is a little bit like more valuable because of it, because there are already some stars to scoring.
So this one technically has 2, and he's the only one there, so he would get the 1 for 2.
There are 2 stars, so it will be the scoring, and his star he won the scoring, so he get 2.3 points. If it was something like I don't know. Yeah.
And you only go this way, you don't go this way.
Yeah, only rows. Every single row separately. So yeah, this is the scoring. Next, you will calculate your income. How much money you would get if you play the income action, divided by 10, rounded down. So if you, for example, 57 coins you would get if you play your income, it would be 5 points. Then your reputation, if it's negative or positive, of course, you get the victory points according to it. And
you could get negative.
Sorry?
You could get negative victory points.
Exactly. But you could still win by that. And then something like leftovers. If you have unused pelicans, if you have some rides in the next to you, or some plots on the end, you will get 1 point for each. This is it. I think those are pretty simple. I didn't explain this guild. When somebody builds the miners guild, they of course get some production. Some cards will be flipped, of course, by that, but they will also have free mine, so they will not pay for the coins or for the wood or for the miner.
They would just literally
Not from here, but they will get it from here, making the technology better. And they will place it somewhere and take in the miners from here, not from here. And as you can see, technology is higher by that.
I was working that way.
Yeah, I can see it. And yeah, I think that's all. Most of the other things is on icons if you if you need to match something there. And yeah, the thing is, of course, that sometimes players with the lowest income will win. It's easy also. It depends, of course, what you will do with the income.
The lowest income wins?
Sometimes. It can happen, yeah. It happens so many times because it depends on what you will do with the money.
Okay.
Sometimes the people with the highest income tend to spend it more recklessly, like buying the buildings for low, really high cost and things like that. It depends, of course, what you will do it.
Okay. Nice.
Did you invest in it towards the end?
Yeah.
So, teaching.
Thank you.
Thanks for the teach.
Maybe 3 things about this I didn't explain. If there is the red icon, nobody can, like this the red number, nobody can build that building of that guild until the population is high enough again to make it, black again. Okay. That's one thing. Second thing, if there is this symbol, if it, for example, here, just putting it for the sake of explanation, here, that means that the really people in the city really needs, to have the building there, to have the food, for example, there. The city decides to build it itself. It will be discarded from the offer, and it will be slided there, like a little bit like bouncing. And if you go here and go there, you will simply, if you, for example, get more and more population and build it there, you will simply put it out there and to the other side. That's everything.
Everything. All right, good game. You enjoyed it? Me too.
You should play the whole because
Play the whole one.